All right, good Tuesday morning. We need to get things moving. We got a lot to talk about in the weather world. I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon in the First Alert Weather Center. Let's talk about our live stream for today. And it has been a wet and windy morning across northeast Wisconsin. We are going to take a live view from our Manitowoc Skycam here in just a second. And we were watching this camera view early this morning, and boy, it looked like a real soaker out there. It doesn't look quite as bad as it did, say, a couple hours back, say around 5 or 6 a.m., but still pretty damp out there. We've got a temperature of 55 degrees, southeast winds sustained at 24 miles an hour, and there's some higher gusts out there. So here's First Alert Viper Max, and we had a widespread area of rain last night. It was actually pretty heavy just after midnight. All that's left are just a few scattered showers, especially Sheboygan County, up towards the Brilliant area, north and west over towards Freedom, Bonduel. We've also got some rain in Door County with some sprinkles and light showers near the upper Michigan border. This is a recap of how much rain we've had over the past 24 hours, according to First Alert Viper Max. And as we first learned you yesterday, the heaviest rain was going to fall west of the Fox cities, and sure enough, that's what's happened. I did see a report out of Tigerton from a viewer out there on X or Twitter. He says he got an inch, and basically Tigerton south into Wapaco, Waushara, Marquette and Green Lake counties, a lot of folks picked up an inch of rainfall last night, which is good news. We've been dealing with drought conditions across the area. Drought conditions are not quite as serious in central Wisconsin compared to how they've been in northern Wisconsin. It would be nice to see some of those heavier rainfall totals north and east, but regardless, this is a decent soaking rain which will help out when the springtime comes around. It's been not just wet this morning, but also windy. The National Weather Service continues a wind advisory for you folks in Door and Kewaunee counties until 10 o'clock this morning. That's where wind gusts could be as high as 45 miles an hour. Now, the current wind speeds out of the southeast, close to 20 miles an hour. Let me show you the wind gusts at this hour. We've got wind gusts around 32 miles an hour in Escanaba, Marinette, Sturgeon Bay, and Sheboygan. At times, that wind has been gusting around 40 to 45 miles an hour. But that wind is going to slow down gradually today. In fact, what we'll do is we'll let our First Alert Weather Day expire at 10 o'clock. So I suspect that once we get beyond 10 o'clock, it will not be as rainy, it will not be as windy. We'll still see a lot of clouds this afternoon. And after a morning high of 58 degrees, our temperatures will slowly come down to the mid-50s as we go into this afternoon. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. And here are the sky conditions that we're anticipating. You can see those showers migrating north into upper Michigan. There might still be a few raindrops right along the upper Michigan border, northern Door County, 1 o'clock this afternoon. But elsewhere, we're drying out, still with overcast skies. Clouds will begin to break open a little bit as we go towards this evening. I think tonight in general is going to be mostly cloudy. So we get a little bit of a break from the precipitation coming soon, but it's short-lived because our next weather maker will give us the first round of snow this season, and that's coming in late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, and it'll be impacting eastern Wisconsin. So the storm that gave us the rain and the wind this morning, it's in Minnesota, migrating north up into Canada. However, this next weather maker, the snowmaker, if you will, it's in Colorado, and it's going to be tracking towards the Great Lakes. Now, the difference between that storm system and the one we just had is that by the time that Colorado low gets closer to us, we're going to have some colder air for it to work with, which increases the likelihood that we'll see snow as opposed to rain. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. This is Wednesday evening around 7 p.m. I want you to watch that rain over towards Traverse City, Michigan, and watch it back up from east to west into northeast Wisconsin, especially around and after midnight. And as it interacts with that colder air, you can see the rain switching over to wet, slushy snow. And then that snow turns to rain as the temperatures rise during the day Thursday. So it's a small window where there are going to probably be some flakes flying around in the pre-dawn hours of Wednesday into the Thursday morning commute. And then it all switches over to rain showers with the rain wrapping up going into Thursday night. Here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor's rainfall, check that, snowfall forecast. I caught myself there. Fox Valley and east, a slushy inch is a possibility. a lot of that's going to stick easily on grassy surfaces. Now, the pavement is probably going to be close to 32 degrees around sunrise. It may not be sticking quite as readily to the asphalt as it is to the grassy surfaces, but it's probably going to be just cold enough where untreated streets are a little bit slick. And so with that in mind, the first snow of the season, people trying to remember how to drive all over again in the wintertime. Plus, on the backside of low pressure, northwest winds gusting around 40 miles an hour. I think it's going to be another disruptive day. Now, like this morning, it was disruptive. We had rain and wind. It wasn't so severe, but it wasn't pretty to drive into work this morning. And the severe weather outlook this morning was low. I think this same kind of thing is going to happen Thursday morning, except it's going to be snow as opposed to rain. So you're going to have snow and wind and maybe some slick conditions. So the Thursday severe weather outlook is low, watching for an upgrade, but another disruptive morning drive. And so, like today, Thursday is going to be another first alert weather day. So there's your first alert Super 7-day forecast. Windy, rainy this morning. Tomorrow, a couple showers possible, otherwise cloudy and transitioning to the colder weather. High of 44 with more low and mid 40s as we go through the rest of the week. So a bit windy on Thursday with wet snow, perhaps a slushy inch, then a switch over to some rain showers. High of 43. And then even though we have a lot of lingering clouds Friday and into the weekend, we should have some drier weather. So let's talk about that weekend because it's an important weekend. Saturday, we got the Wisconsin Gun Deer opener, and I have bumped the temperatures up just a little bit. At sunrise, we'll be at or just above freezing, not by much though. Wind chills in the 20s thanks to a brisk northwest breeze around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Skies will be mostly cloudy. It's probably going to be dry. Sunrise approaching 7 o'clock, and good luck to all of our hunters out there. Hopefully it's a successful and safe hunt. And on Sunday, the Packers are home against the San Francisco 49ers. Do you get the feeling this is a measuring stick game, right? So skies will be mostly cloudy over Lambeau Field, 3:25 kickoff. I think temperatures will be a hair milder than what was previously expected in the low 40s. Southeast winds will be on the light side, close to 5 miles an hour, and it will probably stay dry. And there's that First Alert Super 7-day forecast. I also want to let you guys know what the weather is going to be like for some of those high school football teams that are playing for state later this week. So these games obviously are going to be down in Madison at Camp Randall Stadium. Stratford taking on Wrightstown, the Tigers. Thursday, 4 p.m., upper 30s, a chance of some showers, so you might have a cold rain with blustery northwest winds. Sounds like November, doesn't it? Friday morning, 10 a.m., Catholic Memorial versus Notre Dame, the Tritons, and looks like we'll be in the low 40s, breezy northwest winds, cloudy skies, and then the Bayport Pirates are taking on Muskego. Friday, 4 p.m., and late Friday, we should be in the low to mid 40s, mostly cloudy skies, brisk northwest winds. Good luck to all of our local teams. Whether the forecast is bright and sunny or a howling blizzard, our First Alert Weather app has always got you covered. Scan that QR code on the left side of your screen with your camera phone, if that you're able to do that. Or you could even use your iPad or your tablet. So that downloads that app right to your device, and it is definitely going to be helpful in tracking winter weather, which will be here before you know it. So again, there is snow in the forecast for Thursday morning. Not a big snow, but it's going to be the first snow. And that's when everybody goes, oh, that's how you drive in the snow. And so it's inevitable. First snow of the season, people are sliding around and honing in on improving their winter weather driving. So anyway, that is going to be a big reason why Thursday is a First Alert Weather Day. All right, our current First Alert Weather Day will expire at 10 o'clock, and the rest of the day is going to be cloudy and damp with the wind not quite as strong as it was around sunrise. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. We'll have more details on the weather and top news stories coming up on Action 2 News mid-morning at 9 a.m. I believe that Aisha Morales is getting everything going on the news side with that. And with that, I will bid you adieu and hope you have a terrific Tuesday. See you around. Little Pete. Who the fuck is Little Pete?
Welcome. Please enter your PIN and you have one new message. To listen to your messages, press 1. For account administration, press 2. Please enter message received today at 7:49 a.m. from Hagen Robert Weather.
I was wondering if Little Pete there could announce when he announces the weather as a state law that you have wipers on, you have to have your lights on for safety. The people ain't doing it. And I talked to the Sheriff Todd about it, and he said, well, the weatherman, I said to him if we could get the weatherman to announce when he's announcing the weather.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Turn your headlights on, it's a state law. It would be for safety's sake. I don't know if Little Pete will do it.
Message deleted. You have no more new messages. For account administration.
Seriously, just shut the fuck up. You don't even know what you're talking. You don't even know what station you're calling. You just shut up.